Gotta love having a QTip ad before your live stream starts. Oh my god. This is what I'm watching. This is before my live stream. You had plenty of time. You could still do it. You could watch the live stream on the can if you really need to, John. I mean, really, come on. I mean, can they do any better than this? I mean, an earwax commercial. It's like, damn it. Oh well. Let's get this back to business here, shall we? No. Yep, there we go. Perfect. So how y'all doing, John? Thumbs up and high fives. Good to see you, buddy. Hope life is treating you well. Man, I'm telling you, I haven't been sleeping well lately. I've had a lot of restless leg syndrome going on. Yeah, right, John? That's what I'm talking about. It's like I put some forethought and turned on the monetization prior to the live stream, you know what I mean? So that I'd get some, a few pennies here and there from the live stream. And that's what they got to put in front of my stream is like an earwax removal tool commercial. It's like, damn it. Hey, Ralph, how you doing, buddy? Thumbs up and a high five. Great to see you. Tales of the Solstice. Good to see you, hon. Great to have you here. Thumbs up and high five. Girl. Oh, yeah. Oh, my gosh. Yeah, allergies. I haven't been sleeping too well. This has been going on for the last couple of weeks. Restless leg syndrome. I scheduled an appointment to go to the doctor, so I don't really know what's going on. I think my warranty is definitely expired a long time ago as a human being and all. The ad I watched was that Hero Wars game. Sweet. Well, at least not everybody's seeing that earwax removal commercial. That was awful. Hey, Purple Tube. Much love to you, sweetheart. Hope you're having a great day so far. Thumbs up and a high five. Here it comes. Here it comes. You ready? You ready? You got your hand up? All right, here you go. Great to see ya. So I did a naughty thing yesterday. I went into town and I went to the local Toyota dealership and I test drove a Tundra. And now I want one even more. So yeah, they can't keep them in stock. Basically, is what happens is the manufacturer allocates a certain number of them with certain trim levels and all that fun stuff. And the dealership is forced to sell them before they even reach the dealership. So you can put a deposit down on them or whatever. When they show up, you buy them on the spot. You do the paperwork then. But holy guacamole. So we went over a few options, and I think I know what trim level I want to go with. I'm teetering between the SR5 and the Unlimited for the Tundra. I'll be getting it in March, probably early April. You have no idea how excited this boy is about that because I've always wanted a truck. With this new raise that I got, I'm finally going to get it. It means that I can travel. It means I can tow the camper that I want. So one step closer to that dream of being able to travel. I saw, oh man, why can't I think today? Holy crap. Premier Hell. I saw Premier Hell was live yesterday after a good long while. I'm not sure if anybody in here knows him or not, but it was really good to see him live again. He went live for a good 4.5 hours too. Of course, I was probably dead to the world or wasn't anywhere near a device to be able to do the YouTube thingy. Endless Vlogs, much love to you, sweetheart. It is always good to see you. Hope life's treating you well. Miss Canadian Scrapper, what's up? Thumbs up and a high five. Purple Tube says hold on, I'm going to highlight you. There we go. My 1997 Ford F-150 is a POS. Well, what do you expect? It's like 25 years old. In all honesty, though, I mean, if I'm going to spend like $55,000 on a pickup truck, I'm hoping it lasts 25 years. That's the goal. I'm going to baby the ever-living crap out of it, kind of like John Wild Adventures did before the stream. He babied the crap out. Anyway, sorry. Where? He said he had to go to the bathroom prior to the stream. Do I have time, Bob? He says, yes. I said, yes, you got plenty of time. Then he accused me of lying to him. I don't know how the hell that happens. Real paranormal investigation and research. Hello. Thumbs up and a high five. It is good to see you. Life's treating you well. Today, I apologize because I've got the sniffles and I'm going to have the TP on the standby. And I may mute you once or twice so that I can blow the schnoz and the instrument of the blowing of the schnoz. Anyway, this is one of them times. So schnoz blowing should be a sport, ladies and gentlemen, with the amount of people that have allergies, that have to deal with these sort of things. I got to take some medication for this stream because it's getting bad. It is good to see you. Endless Play. Yeah, I'm a little, the allergies are getting to me a little bit. Endless. Tail says Ford found on road dead or driver returns on foot when spelled backwards. People give Ford a lot of BS. I wouldn't trust one of their cars to save my life, to be perfectly honest with you. But the F-150s, they're not all that bad. They're not badly built. I think one of Ford's biggest issues is they don't. This is going to sound weird, but they don't undercoat those trucks like Toyota does or like Honda does. Nissan doesn't really do a that great a job, but Toyota has got to be hands down. My father, he bought I think it was an 2018 Toyota Tundra, and he spent a lot of money on an undercoating kit. He's an auto body mechanic, so he knows his stuff and whatnot. He bought an undercoating kit, and then when he finally got the truck home and took a look underneath and all that stuff, he didn't do it. He didn't undercoat it because they did such a great job with it. And for my father not to do that, it's absolutely incredible. Sorry. Melissa poked her head around the corner. I didn't know if she needed anything. Harold's World, what's up, buddy? Thumbs up and high five. It is good to see you. How are you, my friend? I feel like I haven't really seen you all that much. I know you've got some stuff going on, and I know you were sick too for a little while. Let's see. Purple Tubes. Let's see. Miss Canadian Scrapper says usually when you buy a Ford, usually get a dog so you have someone to walk home when it breaks down. Jeez. Yeah, I will never buy a brand new Ford. I don't care if it's a truck, car, or whatever. I won't ever buy a brand new Chevy. Nope. I just won't do it. Now, a used one, I'll cherry pick a nice used one with the decent miles and whatnot. If it looks good, the frame doesn't look like it was rusted through or whatever. Sorry, it looked like I had food in my beard for a second there. It was just a trick of the light. But I won't buy any of them new. Toyotas, on the other hand, I've been buying Toyotas brand new for a while, and they last me anywhere from 15 to 20 years. And that's good for me. I mean, I'm hoping the truck lasts longer because this damn truck is going to cost me anywhere from 55 to 60 grand. Damn. All right, let's see. It's just really rusty, and all the bolts and shit rust. Yeah, that's what happens when they get old. That's what happens when. That's the problem when living in the north, though. Really, in truth, I mean, you could wash that thing every week or every other day if you wanted to. But you got to drive it around. If it's your everyday driver or whatever, you got to get out in the snow. You got to get out in the ice. You got to get out in the salt and all that compound stuff that they throw down on the roads. Just eats the underneath of your car or truck alive. I've had Ford and those things are money guzzlers when they break down. Well, so is a Toyota, if truth be told. But the nice part about Toyotas is they're known for their reliability and they don't break down as much, which is nice. I like it. Yes, I'm glad that he made it today, too. I am glad that he's here. Harold Ward says, still am Skillz live. Not as bad as it was, though. I'm glad you're starting to pull through. I haven't felt right for weeks, but I think a part of it is my diet. And it's a nice little recipe and concoction of like diet, depression, stress, issues going on with immediate family, things like that, But there are some good things going on too, like the raise I talked about and, getting the truck that I've always wanted. So I don't know. Get it oil sprayed. Hey, Candy Scrappin', how you doing? Thumbs up and a high five. When I do get the Tundra, I am planning on, probably going the extra mile with it, even though I may not have to. I just want it to last. I don't want the frame to go out on me prematurely and all that fun stuff. Again, it boils down to that amount of money. I'm squeamish, spending certain money for certain groceries, let alone a big-ass truck with a big-ass bill. My Jeep is still in the garage when the deer hit it, so it's all I have at the moment. Yeah, I mean, we got to do right. Jeez. I hope it doesn't cost too much. And I hope your insurance covers it. I don't know if we talked about that. Diving with purpose. Hey, all hail the purpose and the diving. It is good to see you, my friend. Thumbs up and a high five. Do I have an animal underneath here? I do. It's Sky. Like I'm trying to maneuver my feet and I feel squishy. I'm like, oh. Yeah, it's a Dougie. But it is good to see you, Cynthia. I hope life's treating you well as well. And how's the diving been lately? I mean, have you gotten out? Have you seen anything good? I'm thinking about doing some exploring. I don't live close to like some industrial areas and some commercial areas that I was, I'd consider going and checking out the dumpsters and whatnot. So that's kind of discouraged me from going out like at night or early morning or whatever, especially at work days. But I really want to try it. You know what I mean? Just to see what I can get in this area. Because, I mean, I'm in down East Maine. I know this isn't a really great area for scrap, but I do know scrap's still out there. So I am going to give it a try. Bradley Whitworth, hello, thumbs up and high five. Oh, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Here in Florida, we have to get out in the salt too, but it's a whole different kind of beautiful, warm, sunny, watery salt. Asshole! Rubbing it in way too much. Okay, sorry, I had something in my throat. I think it was BS. No, John, I'm just busting your chops. I like I said, when I start traveling and when winter hits up here, I'm going to arrange it so like my kids take care of my house up here and I am able to travel in the southern states and whatnot and visit some of y'all. Like Diving with Purpose, she's on the list, man. I've always wanted to visit Texas and I've visited Florida before, but not with the intent of seeing fellow scrappers or fellow dumpster divers or fellow YouTubers. So I'm looking forward to that. Diet is a naughty word. I know it is. It's hard for me. I have willpower. I have great willpower with a lot of things in my life, like finances and penny pinching and, various other things. But when it comes to losing weight, when it comes to food, I have the most difficult time controlling myself, controlling when I eat, how much I eat. But anyway, I digress. Let's see. Harold Lord says, I got a lot I need to do. No rest for the wicked. Well, if you gotta go, my friend, go in style. Have a wonderful day. Take care. Thumbs up and a high five. Psh. Like right after this stream, I'm actually going to make a video on me fixing my LG washing machine's pump, like it's a drain pump. So yeah, I've got stuff to do too, but I have to do the live stream because I've been doing it every week, and by geez, I'm going to stick to it. I'm going to try to stick to it. Holy crap, Bradley. I know, it doesn't seem like it's going down anytime soon. And me and Melissa, we had one advantage. We had Sam's Club, right? We were like, holy crap, it's like 35 cents savings per gallon. So we would go down there like, a couple of weeks here, a couple of weeks there, and we would fill up the tank and whatnot. And we'd save a lot of money. Well, apparently the inflation and all that fun stuff caught up to the Walmart family because there's only like a 10-cent difference per gallon now, at least in this area. Let's see. Speaking of diet, time to order me some food. Pizza or burgers or fried chicken or ribs. The hard choices of life. With some funny emojis. Laughing my ass off emojis. Well, first and foremost, that's a hell of a choice. I had pizza the other day. It was a steak and cheese pizza. Yeah, right on. It was really good, too. Anyway, so I'm not in the mood for that. What about a good burger? The last time you put that out, or at least when I was in the stream when you put those choices out, I think you had ribs, or you decided to go with ribs. Go with a burger. Go with a nice burger this time. Burger and fries. Oh, there we go. Put that back. I have a $500 deductible, but the insurance paid for the damage. That's good. That's good. So you had to fork out $500, but they covered the rest of it. That's cool. At least you're able to. I know it's a setback because that's a lot of money. Even in today's inflation and all that crap, in our minds, we haven't adjusted for that inflation. So $500 is still $500. It's a lot of money for us. So, but I'm glad that you were able to take care of it. Some drivers have 100+ miles to get to dumpsters. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. So you have to measure that versus whether or not it's worthwhile to go in the first place. Like for you, there's additional motivations for you, Cynthia, because you're not just doing it for like scrap metal. I don't even think you pick up scrap metal. You go out and you get the commodities like the clothes and the food and stuff like that. And correct me if I'm wrong, of course. But you take some for yourself, but you donate a lot of that stuff, and that's very fulfilling. You know what I mean? So that's an extra motivation to get you out there to do those things. For me, I'm all about scrap metal. Unless I see a box of like Caramello bars that somebody threw out, I'm not really going to pick up that stuff. I might do some resale items or whatever, but you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, Texas will welcome you in. Gotta have our barbecue. Yes. Like an authentic Texan barbecue. That would be absolutely freaking perfect. There we go. That's not what I meant. Skillz. I'm sticking around for now. I just mean I haven't been able to stop. Yes, I hear you. Like, even if there's no rest for the wicked, even if you're not feeling good, right? So, yeah, so I completely understand. I had my daughter's car in the bay a few days ago. It always seems like I have her car in the bay. Of course, it's her first car and it's going to have issues, but it's a 2005 Toyota Corolla. What do you expect, right? But yeah, there's some sort of brake leak coming from somewhere, and I can't find it. It's not in the master cylinder. It's not in either by either one of the calipers in the front end. The lines, I traced the lines from the front all the way to the back. The lines actually look brand new. The only thing that I can think of is where the leak might be is in the brake drums in the back. The lines go into a like a pump, if you will, inside the drum. And if one of those are leaking slowly, that could be where the leak is. I haven't checked there yet. So give me just a second, guys. I gotta hail the allergy gods for a moment. Do you ever blow your nose so hard that you... That's not a booger, guys. It's just the way the... Yeah, it's just the way the hair is. Move back. Move back. Man, I don't like the way that looks. I swear, though, it's not a booger. I'm going to lose people. It's like, disgusting. He's talking about boogers. Harold World, good memory. Me neither. You know, I don't either. You know, but when I don't feel good, I have to take time for myself and I have to relax. I haven't done much of scrapping lately, which is highly irregular for me. I love hanging out in the garage. I love doing my thing out there. And I just haven't really done much of it lately because I just haven't felt up to it. I haven't felt quite right lately. Indeed, ahead. You know what? I'm going to stop reading back and forth between both of these chats, and I'm just going to read the YouTube chat. If I see something I want to highlight, I'm going to highlight. Excuse me. Indeed, Ed Ribs, good memory. I'll go for burger and chicken. Now, that's a good choice because now you got one of each. It's like, because I know what that's like too. You get the burger, and it could be the most delicious burger in the world, and you take one bite, and it's so good, but I really crave that chicken too. Oh, crap. So your next bite can now be a piece of that fried chicken, and you're like, all right, I'm taking care of this. My soul. This is feeding my soul. It's clogging my arteries, but it's feeding my soul. Yeah. All right. Excuse me, guys. Bradley's got a 2008 Dodge Ram 1500 Hemi. How is it? I mean, I like the Dodges. I thought about buying a new Dodge, but it ultimately landed in Toyota's lap when they came out with the newer generation Tundra. That's what tipped the scales because I've always liked the Tundra, but I hated the gas economy that you got with it. Let's see. That's true, Gil. I donate and use for my family. Exactly. So that's an extra motivator. It's very gratifying and fulfilling. Hey, how you doing? When you do that stuff, right? Luna, you're standing between me and my daughter. My daughter's got to go to work, and she needs a hug to make it a good day. Now come here. Oh, I love you. Love you. Man, you have a wonderful day, okay?
Where's my lint roller?
Lint roller? Did I get hair on you? I don't think it was me. Although I do have hair all over me. I slept in this. I'm not going to lie. I didn't change or take a shower or anything. I get up. I grab a coffee. Here. And I go live on Saturdays for you guys whenever I can. Have a good day. Be safe. Today's Saturday, right? You working tomorrow? All right. I'll do the traditional visit tomorrow. All right. So Bradley says, get a tester, and that should tell you where the leak is. A tester. How much is a tester? That's an interesting.
I can't get the door open.
What?
I can't get the door open.
Why would you want? Are you going to take your car?
No, the car's out there.
No, it isn't.
Your car is out there.
Isn't that what you want?
Yes.
My car is out there, so why? Oh, I'll be right back, guys. My daughter can't get the garage door open. I'll be right back. Don't go nowhere. Because of the not humidity, but because of the water content and everything in there, the water melts with those rubber seams, and it prevents the door from opening. We're gonna fix that next year. Sorry about that, guys. I don't like walking away, especially when there's nobody else in the chat. All right, let's see what I miss here. Hey, Rafael Scrapper, how you doing, brother? Thumbs up and a high five. Great to see you. Hope life's treating you well, my friend. Ooh, Ralph says have a good day. Oh, he's talking about my daughter. Yep, I hope she does too. I'm proud of her. I'm proud of her. She's contemplating college. She's been accepted at a few colleges, and she is working. She's taking care of her car. She's paying the very few bills that she has now. Very proud of the girl. Raven a Blackbird, what's going on, my brother and my other mother? Oh, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. You got to stop hitting so hard, man, though. I'm telling you, keeping an eye on you for that. All right. Hey, look at that. I'm caught up with the chat. But, yeah, very exciting stuff. So the truck, I know I've been toting the truck and bragging about getting a truck for a while now. It's coming to pass. It's coming to pass. I took a test drive with a Tundra yesterday, and I just fell more in love with the newer Tundras. I'm not going to have money to purchase until March, like late March, early April. So that's when, once it gets closer to that time, what I can do, because the dealerships don't have the vehicles on the premises, they get allocated a certain amount of vehicles with different trim levels and all that fun stuff from the dealership. And what happens is when people come in and they're like, dang, there's nothing to buy here. They're like, oh, don't worry. We've got vehicles on the way. I can show you those. And if you're interested in one of those, you can put $1,000 deposit down on it. When it gets here, we'll let you know. You can come in, test drive or whatever, do the paperwork, and you'll be just dandy. I'm like, okay, all right. Well, I guess we're going to have to play it that way. So Gulf Coast, hello. Good to see you. Hope life's treating you well. So that's where we're at right now. I'm waiting until it's closer to that time, collecting my money. One of the sucky things, it's kind of an end to an era. I am going to sell my motorcycle this year. I've got really mixed feelings about that, to be honest with you. It's not that I don't enjoy riding, but I enjoy riding with people. I enjoy experiencing the ride with others. You know what I'm saying? So I like riding with friends and family and stuff like that. And one of the reasons I bought my motorcycle was because I wanted to bond with my father. It's one of the things that he loves and he was passionate in and all that fun stuff. So I bought, it was brand new at the time. It was a 2011 Harley Davidson Softail Classic. Beautiful bike. It's a rare blue color that I've seen very few of them. And hey, Gemma, how you doing, sweetheart? Thumbs up and a high five. So I bought it, and that basically made it so that we had some amazing times and formed some awesome memories. We went out camping. We went to we didn't make it out to Sturgis, unfortunately, but we went to New Hampshire. We went to New Hampshire virtually every year, which is awesome. Bob, did you forget that I have a beak? You may have a hole in your high five. Well, that's true, I suppose, but you're supposed to raise up your paw or talons or whatever. Maybe I'd have 3 or 4 holes in it. Never mind. Why are we talking about holes? So anyway, my father, he's starting to get up there in age, and he's starting to stress, about his reaction times and all that stuff, and he doesn't want to hurt anybody, and I get it, and for those of you that, some of you may understand, others you may not necessarily understand, but like, it stresses you out. You go down the road, you're on that motorcycle, right? You got to watch out for yourself more than other people, but you still got to watch out for other people, other cars, all that fun stuff, right? But you see a lawnmower on the side of the road or something in your peripheral vision that looks like it's going to dart out in the middle of the road or whatever, but doesn't. It still freaks you out, So the stress of that was starting to get to him, and he was worried that he would get into an accident and whatnot. And I really respect his decision. He decided to sell his bike. My mother ended up deciding to sell hers. But in the end, it kind of left a hole in my life. Like, there was nobody really to ride with. I didn't really have too many friends that had motorcycles in the area that I could ride with. So it's basically sat in my garage for the last 3 years. I'm like, that's no way to treat a motorcycle. So with that being said, I'm going to sell it. I'm going to take the money from it, and I'm going to invest that money that I get into something that I truly enjoy wanting to have, that new passion, if you will, which is buying the truck, which will be in early April, which is awesome. Buying the truck, getting the camper, and starting to travel. I really want to do that. I want to visit some of y'all. I want to see some of the country. Anyway, you guys have been hearing this for a while now, but the steps are starting to get into place to make it happen, and that's the exciting part. E-Waste Mike, how you doing, my brother from another mother's? Thumbs up and a high five. Hope life's treating you well. So let's see. Harold's World. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. I missed one. Bradley says, I always wanted a motorcycle, but my wife threatens me she would get a divorce if I get one. That's an unfortunate shame. But I understand where your wife's coming from. She probably thinks that she's probably worried about your safety, and that's admirable. But at the same time, you got to live. You know what I mean? It's kind of like masks for a certain virus that's out there right now. And you got to play it safe. You got to play your version of what's safe. I plan on buying another motorcycle in the future. You know what I mean? I'm not dead yet. I'm still fairly young. So in another 10 years or 15 years or whatever, if the time's right and the mortgage is all paid off and that fun stuff, and my camper turns into a toy hauler, yeah, probably going to buy another motorcycle. But it's just not the time to have one. You know what I mean? And if I could take that money and put it toward a truck, then so be it. So what you're saying is you remember a motorcycle gang that went around terrorizing the neighborhood. Boy, that's how rumors start there, Harold World. Went from saying I had a motorcycle and rode with family to motorcycle gang that went around terrorizing the neighborhood. I know you're kidding, of course. But yeah, no. It's like, that's how rumors start. Dale says, my dad was 77, but he was so impatient, we had to get on him about coming to complete stops and watching where others were. And he was like a toddler with that stuff. Yeah. I hear you. Earl is awesome. Earl is awesome. And you're talking about E-Waste Mike's Earl, right? Or at least I hope so. Hey, oh my gosh. Hey, look, Scrap Pallet Man's in the house, ladies and gentlemen. Let's give him a welcoming thumbs up and a high five, but make sure that his hand is up, okay? We don't want any accidents in here. We don't want any slaps on the forehead or breaking any noses or anything. So here it is. You ready? You've got plenty of warning there, Scrap Pallet Man. Here it comes. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. There you go. That was perfect, guys. That's exactly how it's done. I'm going to add that into the tutorial for high fives and thumbs up. Kitty Purrs, hello and welcome. Great to see you. Thumbs up and a high five. Scrap Pallet Man, I'm still planning on coming out your way this year. So hopefully, I'm hoping we can get together again this time around. I think that would be really, really cool. I've always wanted to. I've always wanted to go out with you. You know, whether it be in your truck or mine, doesn't matter, and do like a daily scrap hunt. You know, like a street scrapping hunt with you. I think that would be so much fun. You know, just hanging out and shooting the breeze and collecting scrap and just having a great old time. And Moon says hello. How you doing, buddy? So anyway, let's go ahead and continue here. I'm going to open it up in just a few minutes there. If anybody's interested in coming up to say hello, send 1,000 hello. I just came in. And first thing I get is a high five to the face. To the face. Well, you know, there's a, you know, I'm going to have, you know, like an airline stewardess. You know, that's actually a pretty cool idea. Like, I'll do an intro for every live stream, and I'll have someone dressed up like an airline stewardess come out and give instructions for people and how the thumbs up and the high five works and the nearest exits and all that fun stuff. You let me know what you guys think about that. I might have to make that a reality. You got to watch them low flying high fives. Exactly. That's right. That's right. You got to watch out for those. Hey, buddy. Hey. What? Did you want to say hello to everybody? Come on up. You can come up here. Come on. Good girl. Yes. Mooney wanted to say hello. Mooney. Okay. Oh. Wow. Okay. Yes. Hey, Heartsight. How you doing? Thumbs up and a high five. Yeah. I think it would be funny. Sent 1,000. Eileen, I hope you're doing well, sweetheart. Harold World, it's just you in a stewardess outfit. Well, I don't know. It depends on what's funnier, right? So, like me in a stewardess outfit or my daughter doing it. But either way, I kind of like that idea of like creating an introduction. Anyway, yeah. Who are you trying to fool about about older than the dirt of my boot? I'm not trying to fool anybody. Not trying to fool anybody. Trying to be as real as humanly possible. Let's go ahead and put the StreamYard's link in the chat because you guys are absolutely amazing. And we're going to pin this so that anybody and everybody is welcome. You know, feel free. Feel free. Where is my phone? Where? I'll be right back. I gotta find my phone. It's like completely missing. Hey, Mooney, go find my phone. Go find my. Where's my phone? What if you didn't eat it? Did you? There it is. I know. Depart goat. Okay. Sorry. Sometimes I get private messages and stuff like that too. It's nice to have the phone standing by. Gemma, Joe, I'm pretty sure I said hello to you already, but if I did not say hello to you already, thumbs up and a high five. There you go.
Hey, brother.
It's good to see you. How are you, Gemma?
I'm doing better. I've had 2 days without power, unfortunately, because we had a massive storm here and it caused a lot of damage. So,
wow.
Yeah, I've literally only had power for the last 4 hours. So,
I hope you've been keeping warm. I'm glad you got power back.
Yeah, I stayed at my dad's for the last 3 days. So I've literally just come home this afternoon, had a shower, got changed, and then hopped on here. So
that's unfortunate, and it throws your daily routine right out of balance.
Yeah, you can say that.
I got 15,000 things to do, and of course I lost power.
Yeah, so trying to upload videos has just not been working. I've kind of had to pace myself, and then I've just finished working on my thumbnail for my video for today. I'm like, oh, I'm behind. So I've been stressing out a little bit.
Sorry, I thought I saw a fly on the camera, but it was John Boyle in the basement. Good call. I think it was the hat.
What's wrong with my hat?
Such a tiny screen, that's all I had to work with. How are you, my friend?
I'm living.
You know what? That's all any of us can ask for at this point in time. Holy crap.
I've been through some things lately. So being alive is a wonderful thing.
Definitely a plus.
Always. Yep.
Definitely a plus.
You
So
also
if you-
have to
Down the
take
street
life
one
as
day
it's
and
your
then I
last.
have a heart attack, huh?
You just have to live life as if it's your last day, because you never know what's going to happen.
I never saw this coming. I'm literally sitting in my office one moment and being rushed to the hospital the next moment and then being brought back to life the next moment. It was crazy.
Was this like another recent heart attack, or is this something that happened like a few weeks ago?
Well, back late last year, I had something called a pulmonary attack, which is a buildup of fluid in the lungs and the heart, and I had that treated. So recently, I would say probably late December, early January, I was sitting in the office, and then it hit me like a ton of bricks. It was just like my entire chest felt like it was just being squeezed by a gigantic monster. I couldn't breathe. I could hardly see. It was crazy. People here called 911, rushed to the hospital, found out that I had 2 blocked arteries.
Wow.
And I literally, I died. They brought me back, and I went through what they call well, first they dust busted the heart, get rid of the clog. And then I had a
Interesting
heart.
term.
I'm sorry?
It's an interesting term. I'm not making light of the situation, but when you say dust buster the heart,
I can't think of anything else. They went in there with this thing and they sucked all that stuff out. I didn't have to have a stent. I had something called a balloon for a while. That was very uncomfortable. And then all of a sudden I was AFib. So they gave me a heart ablation that took me out of AFib and got me back in normal rhythm. And now I'm just recovering. 6 weeks recovery.
Ouch.
So
let me ask you a question. I know you said you feel the balloon and it's uncomfortable, but do you feel the stents when they put the stents in you?
Well, to be totally honest, when I was going through the procedure, I didn't feel much. They gave me some wonderful drugs to take the pain away really quick. No, they put a balloon in your groin while you're recovering, and that helps open up the arteries, and then they take the balloon out. You don't walk around with it. Once the
Let's face facts, John. The groin area is where the biggest veins are.
Anyway.
It's anatomically correct.
But that was very uncomfortable. And but other than that, it's everything's open, everything's flowing. It's a very long recovery, and I'm white as a ghost. I've never looked this gills before.
Well, I know that when you have a heart attack like that, it takes away your energy. It feels like it sucks the life out of you.
Yeah.
Are you feeling any better in that regard? Do you feel more?
Absolutely.
Do you feel the vitality coming back to you?
Well, I felt like literally every bit of energy was completely. When you have like something with your brain or any other organ, it doesn't affect your body like when you're dealing with your heart. Your heart affects everything throughout your whole body. And it felt like I would get up and walk across the room and have to go sit down. It was incredible. But slowly but surely it's starting to come back. I have to get up and do my walking. And for the first time last week, I went to Publix supermarkets. It's supermarkets here locally. And I was able to actually walk around the store instead of taking one of the little wheelie carts. So
that's good. At
coming
least
back.
you're making progress,
Yeah.
You gotta thank God for small victories when it comes to a major incident like that, And I'm glad you're here. I know a lot of people are glad you're here, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
I just annoy a lot of people, so I'm so happy to be back.
But
being
in
able
a
to
good
annoy-
way, John. There's a lot of good way annoyances going on. So
That's true.
Yeah.
Hey, puppy dog. Oh, I love those
It's
type of dogs.
it's a blessing that you are here, John, and
Thank
you're
you.
able to help people who may be experiencing what you went through, and you can help guide them. You
And
can
I
help
do.
show them.
I
Bradley is
absolutely
asking how old you are. Bradley is 54 and his wife is 50.
I'm 105.
11-7, huh? Okay.
I'm pretty good for that.
Yeah.
I'm actually old enough to know better, but young enough not to care.
Fair enough. So
That's what
you're
I say.
probably right around my age. You're probably like in your mid 40s, right around that area.
Oh, I'm older than mid 40s, sir. But thank you so very much.
Well, you know what? Then time has treated you very kindly in terms of your outward appearance. So there.
Well, I've lost a ton of weight. I mean, if you look at some of my older eco guys videos, see how big I used to be and how I am today. I've lost over 100 pounds.
Oh, you're
Wow,
asking
that's-
me? Wow, I'm 47.
Sorry, my phone's going off.
No worries. No worries.
You're 47?
Yeah, Bradley asked me specifically. I thought he was asking you because we were talking about heart attacks and stuff.
I'm in my early 50s. Really
So
early.
you're not that far ahead of the curve than I am.
Not too far. I act like I'm 14 though, so.
So do I. And it's cringy for my daughter and sometimes even my wife.
Just think, John. You can be the advocate for other people who have had similar issues to yourself, and you can help show them that it's going to be okay. You can help support them because there's going to be other people who are very scared, who don't know what it's like, what you went through, and now they can think, oh, he's been through it. I can deal with it.
Yeah.
So you can help a lot of people.
I got kind of preachy on my Facebook right after all this about people taking better care of their heart, getting more
Absolutely.
exercise, and
Absolutely.
also looking back. What did you used to eat? It's not what the weight that I had gained, the doctor said, and it is not as what I was eating now is what I ate when I was younger. That made everything kind of clog up. A
Right.
lifetime of growing up with a German mother, a German grandmother, an Italian aunt, and all these cooks and all these that cooked with old-fashioned ways of cooking, and it just kind of came back and bit me. So I was kind of preachy there, but ironically, we'll put a shout out. A friend of mine yesterday was just rushed to the hospital with a heart attack. So, I'm giving him his cheerleading, saying, hey, you know what? You can do this. You'll be all right. And he's fine. He went through surgery last night and he's doing good. So,
Well, I'm glad he's doing well. We're at least recovering. I should say, at least he's recovering, right? Yeah. Well, since we're talking about it, I mean, and it brings a higher awareness to one that experiences it. You get any preventative measures, or would you encourage someone to, like, if they feel a little off, would you feel, compelled to say, hey, you should get checked, better now than later in an ambulance kind of thing?
Yeah. If you're of advancing age, I would say getting into your 40s and up, and you start noticing that your energy level is getting lower, your breathing is getting a little heavier, things like that definitely you need to go get checked. Those are signs from above. Also at 40, watch your salt intake. A lot of people say sugar. No, it's really watch your salt intake. That's the one thing that I learned most of all. And I wish I had it actually on me, but I don't. Yes, I do. Let me show you one of the greatest things in the world, and this is not an advertisement. And if it is, you can send the check to Gil there. Dash. The Mrs. Dash, the Dash, they come in all kinds of flavors. There's absolutely no salt in this. It's the greatest thing to put. Obey, tons of salt, get your salt level down, and that will actually help your heart out a lot. That's something I learned from the nutritionist, and I was really shocked. I thought it was fats. I thought it was sugars. I said, no, it's actually salt. It's what it really does.
salt's rough because I mean you start building you start accumulating water. Like that's one of the first signs is like when you start accumulating water, and you do the test on your your legs, and you press down on your leg and it leaves a big dimple and it stays there for a while. That means you're retaining water, and that means you get a high salt. You're eating a lot of salt that you shouldn't necessarily do, and that's what happened to me, and that's what I don't add salt to much of anything anymore. The only thing I add salt to now is hamburgers and steaks, because you got to properly season those bad boys. But other than that, I don't add salt to anything.
The magic number is 2,000 milligrams. I go over that sometimes, but you know what? And also every single day, cardio, some type of cardio every single day. Once you hit 40, that's going to help out a lot.
Well, that's definitely one thing that I need to work on because I sit on my ass all day. I sit on my ass for a living and answer emails and respond to emails. Go tell your mother. Go tell your mother. Go tell your mother you gotta go out. Go on. They're like a gravy train. It's like they'll go and they'll ask her, and she's either not paying attention or whatever, and then they come back. I think that's great advice, though, John. Raven,
Hello,
how are you,
Raven.
buddy?
I'm doing good. I don't like a lot of people. I don't eat as much salt. I mean, you had to really take care of yourself. I had so much energy when I was in my younger age.
Yeah, I've definitely noticed a decline in the ambition, the energy levels, to just wanting to do stuff. But I've been trying to force myself to do so. I don't know if it's testosterone or what's that?
What are we rated right now?
We are not rated.
Okay.
So feel free to say
cardio.
whatever you need to say.
Sex is great cardio, by the way.
But it's very easy to overdo it with sex. So just be very, very careful. It's
I
very
had to
easy.
throw that in there.
Well, yeah, no, you're absolutely correct. I mean, it is, and it's also good for the soul to do that. But you don't want to get to a point where you go limp, in mid stride, and I'm not talking about the Johnson. I'm talking about like.
Do you have that problem, sir?
What? No, that's not what I'm talking about. You know damn well what I'm talking about. Don't you dare stray from that. But no. So,
Okay.
John, there was one more thing I wanted to ask you, John, and then of course we'll start talking to the chat and whatnot. But I know you're making changes to like some channels, and you're trying to make improvements and stuff like that. Some of which you really didn't want to talk about when we talked about it. Are you still on the download with some of that stuff, or are you prepared?
Are you talking about with the John's Wildcard Adventures?
Well, I'm talking about pretty much any improvement or update with any of your channels at this point.
Yeah, the eco guys are kind of staying the way they are. It's all about scrapping, environment, and all about this and that. The John Wildcard. The reason I changed this channel that I'm on now, talking to you, is because I don't know if you guys are familiar with. I have a friend that I actually helped his channel, and he's huge now. He's called Adam the Woo. And he encouraged me to change my channel into doing more what I got him into, which is getting out and the things that I love. I love travel. I love Orlando. I've loved this city. I've lived here since I was 6 years old, and there's some great things about Orlando that a lot of people don't know about. They know about Plastic Fantastic, Disney, Universal, all that fake garbage. I want to show the real Orlando, and I got some great things coming up. I love cigars. I love food. And that is where I'm going with this new channel, into
That's awesome.
a lot of food. Like I've done a couple of videos lately of food challenges and tryouts, and that's where I'm going with it. And you helped me out with that name, so I'm proud to say that.
I think it really fits you well, and it works well with all the dynamics you're looking into doing. So
I used to be on the radio as a talk show host, and that's what I did when I was a talk show host.
Yep.
So I kind of want to go back to what I used to do.
That's pretty good.
give me
That'll be
just a
pretty
sec,
good.
guys. Luna is not coming in like she's supposed to, so I will be right back. You might hear me going ham on getting her in. So
Well, I'm going to do a little shameless plug. Like,
Sure.
share, subscribe.
Go ahead, John.
John Wildcard Adventures.
John Wildcard Avengers.
The channel I'm on now. John's Wildcard Adventure. I can't even say it. It's that early in the morning here. What time is it?
What time is it there?
12 in the afternoon. That's early to me. Are you kidding me?
That's not morning. That's
early for me.
It's evening here.
Where are you?
In the UK, it's 5:20.
Oh,
So it's evening time for me.
time to relax. Have some dinner.
Heck yeah, after 2 days of having no power. Yeah.
Why didn't you have power?
We had a storm called Storm Eunice that knocked the whole entire power network out.
Oh my goodness.
My whole hometown was without power for like 2-3 days. So it's only just come back on a little while ago. So
I know how that is when we get our hurricanes through Florida. Sometimes we go days and days without power.
we're not used to it. This is the problem. We get windstorms, yes, but this one was so bad that we had winds up until 85 miles an hour and 6 people died yesterday.
Oh my goodness.
Because of the weather. So
Yeah, the
It's been
UK
quite-
is not used to storms like that. I know that for sure.
no,
Sorry about
plus
that.
being put
Go
on a
ahead.
red weather warning yesterday, that's very, very rare. I think the last time we got put on a red weather warning was in 1980 something, just before I was born. And then yesterday they're like, oh, whatever you do, stay at home, don't go out, don't do this. And I'm like, what the hell? And then when I saw how bad the wind, I was like, oh, this sucks. And then it ended up being 2 days of rain and wind constant. It sucked.
Wow.
We have Wayfair has a facility in Jacksonville, and I'm constantly in communication with them. That's cool.
Not a great gamer. I hope you're all right, because I know you were more
Yes.
in the region that was affected by it.
Yes, gamer, feel free to come on up. I don't know. I don't know if everything's okay, or I hope you're doing okay. Normally, you come up to the live stream, you come up to the panels.
I hate to say this, but we have a saying in Florida. Orlando kills, Jacksonville smells. Sorry.
Well, there's also another saying for Florida. It's the land of the newlywed and the nearly dead.
Perfect.
Excuse me.
I feel so out of place. I need to start growing a beard.
Why?
Well, no, you're on the right side that doesn't have any beards. Gemma is proudly beardless, and you
Yeah.
are as well. So there's nothing wrong with that. We are a judge-free
That's
zone.
You're supposed to grow a beard. You just,
The only thing that I kind of require is some sort of caffeine-like beverage where it is a coffee stream. And if it's still in your cupboard, don't worry about it. It's all good. That works. No, that doesn't work. That's caffeine-free, dude. With your situation, you get a pass. You don't have to have caffeine.
I actually did a taste challenge on this. And I did a taste challenge on the Coca-Cola with coffee. The can is right behind me, right there. The Coca-Cola with coffee. It was
Oh, that's
interesting.
disgusting. I've tried that. Not nice. Ugh.
pretty much.
There's a lot of things that you can cook that you could add Coca-Cola to, like when you're frying and whatnot. That makes it. Oh,
You know what? What do we call them on YouTube? Listeners or watchers? I guess watchers.
viewers.
Viewers.
Watchers,
See, I'm used to
viewers,
radio. I'm
yeah.
used to listeners.
Yeah, all of those things apply. Yes.
Well, one sent me a thing for me to try. It's a recipe for Dr. Pepper barbecue sauce.
That sounds pretty nice.
That actually sounds good.
So I'm going to try it. I'm going to actually make a video of me making this thing.
That sounds good.
I know a few people that do know how to make those on YouTube, and I can reach out and see if they can help you.
Can't wait to taste it. I love Dr. Pepper. I love barbecue sauce.
It sounds like a marriage made in heaven. Like somebody figured out that PB&J is great. So yeah, maybe this is the next PB&J.
Hey, Pond Life with Moja Boy. Hey, buddy. Long time no
What's
see.
going on? Welcome, Pond Life. Thumbs up and a. All right, guys. All three of you need to go in with me. Ready? Here we go. Oh. Okay. I think we pushed Pond Life into the pond. Does anyone have a life jacket? Anyone?
No, I don't.
Bueller?
I've been working on a new video today. I just finished my script a little while ago that I'm doing for my my video.
Cool.
And it's basically, well, I'll give you all a sneak peek. As a lot of you guys probably know, I know Gil knows, I'm all about mental health and disability awareness and kind of my own experiences with my own disability. And today I thought I'd do a kind of a fun, different spin video where I talk about two members of the royal family who I really, really think the world of, and they're quite a big mental health advocate. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to compare what they do to what I do, and then I'm going to kind of do the differences between what I admire about them and what I do for myself. So I'm going to kind of give it a different feel of, I guess, advocacy, I guess. But yeah, I've downloaded some pictures of the people and kind of wrote my own notes down. I've got like 2 pages of topics.
Gemma, is
Yes.
that like a jacket or a shirt? I love that golden.
It's a jacket.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
like
solid.
that.
I love it.
Yeah,
Hold on, I'll show you. Hold on. What it actually looks
it's
like.
bold, and it's nice and
It's
bold
little.
for the beautiful.
Yeah, I thought I'd dress up, and I've got my nice little black little dress on underneath, and thought I'd put a little jacket on top of it for my video. So
I like it.
wait for her to go, and this could be all yours if the price is right.
I do have another jacket similar to this. I have a silver one in my bedroom, so I have this one and a silver one.
Yeah, but John, what happens when you get to buy a vowel? You need to answer that question in the form of a question.
You know, that drives me absolutely bonkers when I watch that video, that show.
Jeopardy.
They know what it is, but they're still wasting their money to buy vowels. I scream at the television.
Which
Bye, Bradley.
I got
Wheel of Fortune.
$15,000. I'm going to spend 1,000 of it buying vowels to a word I already know what it is.
Bradley, it's all good.
No,
Yeah, who
wait.
wants to buy vowels if you know what it is? Well, I mean, sometimes you got to buy vowels to put the picture together if you don't know. Especially if it's like practically sometimes they have like 3 or 4 word statements. Sometimes it's like almost a freaking
Wow,
paragraph.
I see a cat.
Where?
Yeah.
Cat on the other side of you.
Me?
Oh, yes.
Oh.
That is Sarah. She is a bitch. But only to everyone else. She's not a bitch to me.
That's it. That sounds so weird hearing you say the word bitch. It sounds really weird.
So what are we saying? What are we saying in the UK?
I'm sorry. I don't normally,
So what
I
are we
know,
saying?
it's funny. It's just like hearing you say it, I'm like, huh?
Shark Scrapper!
Hi, Shark.
Shark Scrapper.
Here it
South
comes.
Floridian.
Oh, 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 yeah, that's the stuff.
You gotta do
Oh,
it the right way
rats!
for
We forgot he's a shark. You might end up biting your hand off.
You gotta do it the right way for a Floridian. Shark Scrapper. What's up?
He's one of the few people that I would actually give a high five to because he would bite it off. No, I'm just kidding. It's good to see you, my friend. How are you? Yes,
Tells
let's
us
put a
some
vowel
stuff.
on layaway. It's under pressure. Yeah, that it does.
Tails, I have brain farts all the time. Like when you're trying to plan videos and I'm sitting here trying to write my scripts and I'm trying to keep it on topic, and also I'm like, what was I trying to say? What was I trying to think? I'm like, I have to sit here and kind of try and recap what I'm trying to do. So I've sat here 3 times today and trying to write my video out. I keep forgetting what to say. I'm like,
I need to get my ass out into the garage today or tomorrow and film. The weird thing is I love to film. I love to upload videos and stuff like that, but I've been laxing again on it because of the aforementioned not feeling quite right. Like we had talked about that earlier. I got to get back into it. I got to get back into the swing of it because I feel like I'm slighting my viewers. What few I have.
Last night, I was on Premiere Hell.
I saw Premier Hell was live for like 4.5 hours. It was good to see him out and about again.
Yeah.
oh damn, I need to catch up with him. I haven't watched him in ages.
Me too. I've got his cell phone. I should probably call him. See how he's
Yeah, I
doing.
used to speak to him all the time on Zoom. I haven't spoken to him in a long time. Oops, my bad.
He's
I'll have
been
to
doing
chase him
pretty
up.
good. He's just like everybody else, trying to get back into the situation too.
Well, he has
Take
has
care,
some
Mojo
pretty
boy.
incredible stuff.
Yeah.
Take care, Pond Life. I hope you have a wonderful day, Mojo boy. Seriously, thank you for stopping by and thank you for making our day. Sorry that we accidentally pushed you in the pond. But yeah.
No, we're not. No, I'm kidding.
Some of us are sorry that we pushed you in the pond.
Yep.
I'm joking.
Suck it up. Yeah, man.
guys are
Take
funny.
it.
You guys
Gotta
are funny.
take something. But yeah, I want to get back into the swing of it. I've been pretty consistent live streaming once a week. Sometimes it's Saturday, sometimes it's Sunday. But hey, Lewis Fuller.
Hey,
Thumbs up,
Lewis.
bud.
Yeah, I've been
I
told
want
to
to
really
create
try
an
to.
agenda. I want to live stream more, but I want to create like an itinerary. Talk about some world events, bring up some really funny ass pictures and memes and make fun of those. And then maybe after that, we talk about whatever they want to talk about. And then we put up a few polls and then, we promote some channel, just like an itinerary, something to do throughout the entire stream so people know what they can expect. So maybe they'll come, maybe more people will come. You know what I'm saying?
Just chit-chatting with you is very entertaining. You're probably one of the more entertaining, engaged live person on YouTube that I've seen.
Well, see, it's a mixed bag there, and I appreciate you saying that, John. But if that's the case, then why aren't more people coming into the stream? You know what I mean? I'm trying to figure some of that stuff out. Is it because it's like a shoot shit stream and people don't like shoot shit streams? You know what I mean? Is there no flow to it? Is there no topic to it? I'm thinking it's kind of the latter. So, I mean, if it's a little more structured, but with the same amount of humor, maybe it'll be a little better. I don't know. What's your thought?
You have to have me on it tomorrow.
Hey, Gil, can I share something? real
You're
quick?
always welcome, John. You know that.
Gil, can I
Yeah.
share something?
Of course you can. You're on the panel. You're in the chat. You let it rip.
This is what I found on YouTube. It is hilarious. You got to look on how they literally would make it.
It's Shark Scrapper.
You're funny.
Pull it up.
The United Spot, huh?
Yeah.
Funny videos to make you smile.
That was my
Yes.
stripper name.
Yeah, you look at all these
Right
all
on,
of
John.
them, and you see that they have people like Hillary, Obama, everybody, even Trump is on this,
That's
and
cool.
how they made him talk and way they You just got to look at it. It is hilarious.
I thought about doing that too. It was like creating little skits. I don't know, with like stick figures or something. Who
Mhm.
knows? Puppets, pretending they're political figures or whatever.
Yeah, but
Making
they
fun.
also they literally uses what, like right here, right here is where you see the Ghostbusters.
Yeah. Well, do me a favor, Raven. Go ahead and put the link in the chat, and so that people can check it out. I think everybody could use a little edge on stuff that helps uplift them nowadays. So yeah, put it in the chat.
I will. I
Yeah,
just
yeah.
think promotion somehow. Maybe throw some of your videos up on a screen, one of the the
Gemma!
YouTube
Gemma!
videos.
Yeah, sorry about that. I was listening.
She's just listening. She's at awe right now.
Sorry, it's
I'm
like
listening.
Gemma, I'm trying to give you a high five.
I know, brother. I see it. I was listening to John.
Me too.
I'm just
And
trying to
Raven,
say,
you mean?
I think putting
John.
more promotional content up over your YouTube is probably what would help.
Well,
Promotional content.
someone made this. Somebody made this just to have a little political fun at our leaders, and it's hilarious as hell. I mean,
John, when you get it, can you elaborate a little more on what you mean by that?
Well, what I'm getting ready to do is, on YouTube they have those reels. So
Yeah.
I'm getting ready to take a little snippets of my videos and put them up on the reels with a link to the YouTube, and just
Like little mini
maybe-
trailers. Yeah.
Sorry, yeah, and then maybe get. Do you tweet?
I do, but rarely.
Twitter, I see, seems to have more of a sharing analytic than Facebook does. So tweet more often, Instagram more often. This is kind of what I was told by an expert. Don't rely on Facebook as much. Throw it up there, but the Twitter, the Instagram, it's got more people see it, and just promote your channel more. For this brand new truck would look great with the back window of your YouTube advertising.
That's true. That is very true. Don't think for 1 second I haven't thought of that.
No, I've seen YouTubers do it, and they got a great response.
I thought about doing that. See, media scares the crap out of me for one reason or another. It feels like the more social media platforms I have or I'm involved in, the more of a pain in the ass it is to keep up with it, and the less personalized I feel they are. So, but I get what you're saying. It's like you're reaching out to more and more people. I get that, but I feel like I get into a scenario where I'm doing a lot of copy and pasting, and maybe that is irrelevant. Maybe it's a moot point, but that's what has prevented me from doing it in the past.
YouTube
guys,
advertisement.
I'm out of here. I have things to do, so you guys take care.
You didn't what? You didn't take off? You've been up here like 10 minutes.
Oh, I got things to do. I'm gonna probably head with some friends of mine down to Albuquerque.
Before you leave, I want to bring up something that I'm surprised no one. Does anyone remember the Frugal Gourmet from PBS? Jeff Smith,
What?
the Frugal Gourmet.
What do you mean by that?
He was on PBS for a long time, for years. He was a chef, kind of a funny guy. He was called the Frugal Gourmet. Am I the only one that remembers this guy?
Hey, Irish.
I remember who you were talking about.
Okay. You're the reincarnation. You look just like Jeff Smith from the Frugal Gourmet. I have always thought that. Every time I saw you, I'm like, that's Jeff Smith. That's reincarnation.
Crazy
Raven?
Yeah, he looks
Yeah.
just like him.
Now that you mention it, he does kind of look like him.
Yeah.
If I know Gil was saying earlier about having cheery things. If Gil wouldn't mind, I've got a poem that I could share. If Gil wouldn't mind.
Absolutely. You let me know when you're ready, and I will feature you.
Okay, I'm ready.
Oh, that was really fast. Okay.
Take care,
Yeah,
guys.
I've got a poem here. This poem's called A Million Little Miracles. I wrote this about a month and a half ago. It says, all my life I've been carried by grace. Grace I know is a miracle that I don't deserve. Deserve knowing that it's a miracle that I'm living. Living knowing that I have a million little miracles within me. Within me, I can't even count them all. You're the reason I have miracles and walk strong in who I am, because I know that I'm chosen and special. Special every day is a blessing, knowing I'm able to function every day. Every day is a million little miracles, being able to smile every day. I count every opportunity I'm placed into. Every million little miracles. 1, 2, 3, 4. I can't even count them all. Every day knowing I battle to survive society, but it doesn't matter. I want to live like I've made a difference and living like I've made a difference to people. I'm living in a million little miracles. Every day is beyond a blessing. I'm blessed beyond favour the people who care and love about me. Knowing I have a little million miracles. Miracles are unexpected and something I know that I'm given by God. God gives me the miracles and grace every day just to survive. Every day is a miracle. You're the miracle of being authentic in who you are, and I'm authentic in who I am.
Very good. I love it.
I have a lot
Can't
of
hear you,
poems.
Gil.
I've been writing my own poems for like
Damn it.
2.5 years. I have this big folder that has all the poems that I've written, plus my new ones that I've got in this little folder here as well that I've been doing. So
Gemma, I was saying when I was so rudely muted by the penis mic over here, Gemma has become quite the veteran at some of the best poems I've heard in quite some time. So I gotta hand it to you, Gemma. You really are honing in your craft.
yeah, I think it's just a way of expressing my emotions in a safe way, and also I want to make it relatable, not just to what I feel, what I'm going through. I want to make it so that people on this platform who may not understand what it's like for me, they can think, oh, well, if Gemma's going through that one feeling, oh, maybe I might relate to that, or maybe I can understand why she's like that. So then it gets people talking. It gets the discussion going rather than just me going, why am I feeling like this? At least if someone else understands, I'm like, oh, I can help them. So it's just a way of...
The really cool thing about a poem is it's somewhat subjective. And I don't know if that's the exact term, the correct term to use, but what I mean by that is like for example, like I know you're all about being an advocate for like autism and stuff like that, but I may not. I love the way you're going about it, but I'm just saying, like, for an example, someone may not be like the way you're going about doing it, but like some of the poems that you create about those sort of things gives people an extra glimpse into your head as far as what you're thinking, gives extra context, gives an extra insight as far as what you are doing and why. And I really love that.
It's just a way of
am I talking nonsense, John, or am I making any sense at all?
No, you're
perfectly
making
good
sense. Yeah, I think for me it's a way of self-therapy, because YouTube and my poetry is a way of me getting all the emotions that are trapped up here out in a safe way, knowing that, oh, I can be myself. I don't have to think, oh, I've got to squash all this mixture of emotions up and I've got to bury it because I've done it for so many years. Whereas now I'm like, oh, if I explain this, oh, if I explain that, then I can put my channel and people can go. And a lot of people will beg me for my poems. Like, Gemma, why have you stopped your poems? I'm like, because I kind of felt like I was overloading a lot of people, so I kind of cut them back. And now people are like, are you going to bring the poems back? Are you going to bring the poems back? So I kind of slowly started bringing them back, like once a month, kind of doing the live stream or dropping a video as a poem, people are like, oh, you
It's
uploaded
one
one.
of the pillars of your channel, Gemma. Really, people love your poems.
Yeah, I get a lot
Yeah.
of emails. People are like, are you dropping a new one yet? I'm like, no, not yet. So I'm trying to work on it.
I have a buddy of mine. He's actually a published poet, Chaz Yorick. And
Nice.
he introduced me to poetry. There's a great little coffee house here right outside of Orlando called Austin's. And when I was introduced to the Thursday night poetry, I got a real glimpse into these poets who come out with this poetry from their heart. And what made Chaz such a popular poet is he went through a divorce. He had a lot of personal tragedy. So he turned his personal tragedies and personal pain into poetry to help deal with it. And he became a poet. He's got books. He's on Amazon and one of the best sellers on Amazon right now. And I sometimes I go to Austin's and there are funny poets who make you laugh, but then it's like, I'm not crying, you're crying after some of these poems because they are so heartfelt. You feel it, especially when the poet themselves say it.
Yeah, a lot of my poems are kind of recently they're more kind of my spiritual kind of poems. Like I wrote one the other day here which talks about the environment and how it kind of affects me. And I talk about my fight with the church that I've had previously. I've talked about judgments that have been put against me. And then recently I did a poem about living life as if it's your last day. And I basically asked at the end of the poem, what would you do if today was your last day? You had one final wish. And that's the kind of, I want people to think, I want them to go, what would I do? Because we only have one time, so you kind of need to make the best of it.
I tried to write a poem one time and Linda Blair showed up and slapped me across the face. It was not bad. It was that evil. I got demons.
I think we all have our own demons, our own little skeletons. I know I do. I've struggled with them for years.
Most of my demons are ex-girlfriends and ex-wives.
I think a lot of us have a difficult time, like, explaining our feelings on the spot. Like if you had to go to a therapist, you know what I mean, and they ask you certain questions, well, how do you feel about this? Or, what did you do about that? A lot of us have a hard time articulating it and then and now, but if they take the time to create or write it down, like create a poem or a little notation or whatever, like I said, it brings that extra context to it. It's like I've had situations in the past where I've had to write it down and bring it to a counselor or something like that. I was like, here, this is what's going on. I have a hard, you get all choked up and you get nervous and, all these things prevent you from really speaking from the heart. And, sometimes writing it down or putting it into a poem helps.
Absolutely.
I went to a therapist once. Doctor says he's doing much better now.
That's good. I was wondering which end of the stick you were on with that one.
I think a lot of people don't understand how beneficial journaling can be. For me, like I know Gil, when I first started speaking to Gil, he suggested that I write a journal to kind of get my feelings out, and that's how I got into my poetry, because it kind of became a way of getting my emotions out of my head and getting them in a safe context. And now it's been the best thing for me. Like I have so many diaries in the last couple of 3 years that I've kept. I look back at them and I'm like, wow, I've overcome that. I've dealt better with this. I've not got so affected by this. And it's thanks to Gil that he suggested that I do it. And now it's kind of become a second nature. I just automatically write it down.
That's awesome.
By the way, I got to say, hi, Crazy Ann. She said hi to me and I didn't ignore her.
Crazy Ann.
She's crazy. I dig the hat, though.
Talking to the washing.
Excuse me a moment.
I need to deal with mine.
I got to get myself a pink.
Snappy for this introduction. You ready? It's like looking for a fly, getting ready to swat a fly, sort of, kind of. No, I'm just kidding. The luxurious, the legendary, the awesome, the scrappity dappity, Ian Matthews.
Ian!
What an intro!
he has to introduce you with that.
I will try to do
symbol.
you justice, my friend, every time.
And I certainly heard not a gamer in the background.
Oh yes, yep. He's
And,
hanging around the background.
So Ian,
Look
tell
at
me-
this! Look at this! Life in the shed.
Wow, wine.
Why?
Why in the shed, Sir Ian? Wow.
Salmon sandwiches.
Holy crap! Pinky up and everything. Talk about proper.
And cut triangular as well. Triangular sandwiches.
Well done. Holy crap.
Proper pinky, Ian.
Oh yes. Oh yeah.
Well, I've heard through the grapevine. Get this, get it. Heard through the grapevine that wine has some excellent antioxidants.
And we are going. Now I'm going to let myself down now, because we're going to have a gin and tonic, but straight out of the can, because I'm not allowed in the house while I'm dirty.
Well, for you, it's like, you're getting into the evening now, so go for it. Good sir.
Hey, Ralph.
Hey, well, I better pop chat out, see who's in chat.
Ian wants to
Ralph.
know, sorry, Ralph Mork would like to know, there we go. How is the table coming along?
Tell him watch last night's video.
Okay, did you hear that, Ralph? Shark Scrapper says, there we go. I'll try to highlight them that are directed towards you. Glad to see that pinkies are up, Sir Matthews.
Hang on, I'm popping out chat so I'll be able to read chat myself. Sweet.
So, yeah, I was in a live stream. It got pretty hot and heavy. You guys are talking about, it was a bunch of people in your stream, and you were talking about the dynamics of like the competition and the rules and all that fun stuff. Got pretty crazy for a while there.
It does get crazy when we all get.
Everybody likes to pig pile on you every once in a while, Ian.
Oh yeah, broad shoulders, me though. Broad shoulders.
I know it. I know you got some serious broad shoulders. Because holy crap, I think I would have curled up into the fetal position underneath my desk for some of the things they were saying.
It's not so bad. I've been bullied all my life, so I can take it.
Same. Right. Truth. Same.
I'm just struggling. I've got StreamYards there.
F bullies.
It's good to see you, Ian.
Hey.
It's always good to see you, Sir Ian.
All right, Ralph said he fell asleep. Well, my videos are sort of aimed towards the insomniacs, you know what I mean? Crazy hands there, a shark. Oh, hello.
Yep. We got about 9 people in here watching right now. We're kind of at the tail end here of the stream. I'm glad I caught you this time. I think last time you said something like you missed me by 2 minutes.
Oh, yes. I literally less than that, a minute and a half.
Yeah.
These are clicked. But when you actually close down, you're still shown as live for about 2 minutes.
Yeah, you are, yeah.
I click live.
Really?
You're gone.
Oh.
Yeah, YouTube has a delay. It doesn't end you straight away.
That's for everybody,
not
not just me. Okay.
Yeah, that happened to me the other day. I was like, oops.
I'm like, okay, what am I doing wrong?
We know what you did last night, yeah.
Yeah.
If you guys like anything to do with British royalty, I will be talking about a British royal couple on my video today. So if you're interested in anything British royalty, then my video will be up in a couple of hours. I just need to finish editing it.
Sweet.
I'm not really into royalty. Not just our royalty. I mean, going back way back to when it was like who was the biggest and had the strongest army and could take over any country and say, right, it's now ours. I think it's wrong.
Yeah, no worries.
Having said that, the peasants really didn't care who was in charge. Their life was mundane and carry on growing veg and eating and procreating, and that end of story.
And creating planes.
I brought that conversation right down, haven't I?
No.
I expect nothing less from you, Ian.
So.
Well, then again, I'd probably sooner have a royalty than your presidential system.
It's going to be a positive video. Like my video is pretty much about what this couple do to raise awareness of mental health and disability and the differences between what they do
You're making
and what I
buddy.
do for my end. So it's kind of, I want to compare the differences between them and me. So
Gemma, there's a guy biting his lip at the side of me here.
Oh my God! I think he's chewed them off by now, on the tips of his tongue, and probably all his fingernails.
with
I
that
have
being
no
said,
comment
I'm
about
going to
that.
go and get my video finished.
But having said that, it's
No
surely
comment.
your system's got to be better than Canada's.
Uh,
Believe me,
You
I
see,
believe even
our
Canada-
person just
See,
gets up
there-
there and goes, "Well, I didn't
Canada's
see-
letting one person, what is it, the prime minister or what have you? They're letting him flush the whole country down the toilet in terms of political, like public opinion and all that fun stuff. The guy, he doesn't know the first thing about handling a crisis, especially one that involves freedoms and stuff like that. So he's a complete egghead as far as I'm concerned.
Oh, yeah. I just
Yeah.
love it. Right,
They
we're gonna-
really need to start doing some damage
They
control
both-
with him.
They both are. They're both eggheads.
As far as the political system goes in the U.S., the system would work if politicians didn't manipulate it to the point where it's so bent that it breaks. And that's the suckiest part of it all. You don't know what's real and what isn't, what's true and what's fake. And that's what's damaging America nowadays. In truth, that's what it is. That's the bottom line. And as far as Biden goes, I'll say this and then I'll shut up.
I got what it is.
Biden should never have taken office.
No.
Period. Whether it be because of the votes issue or because of his level of competence after he's taken office, he shouldn't have been allowed in office.
Don't forget, all these people in charge, they're only figureheads for the Illuminati.
Illuminati.
Well, the
No
people
comment.
who've got the people in charge.
Bye, Gemma. Sorry,
Gemma.
I didn't mean to make it all go political, but Ian said that about
She disappears
Prime
when it
Minister.
gets
I'm like,
political?
I've got to have some words here.
I'm sorry too, Gemma. If I force you, because I generally don't talk about religion or politics.
Neither do I. Normally, I don't, but if it's brought up, I do say my piece.
Yeah, but we do talk about comedy. And your president's
You got to blend in a little comedy when it comes
comedic.
to some of these
Now,
politicians.
I have been looking into becoming a pastafarian. I mean, that sounds like a really cool religion to wear like a colander on your head and praise pasta. Sounds like something I can get into.
Yeah,
Okay.
I could go with that. So, right, I'm fine. Everybody's leaving because of me. Sorry. I brought you.
Nobody's leaving. Don't worry about it. It's fine. It's just my popularity. It goes up, it goes down.
Tales of the Solstice is on. I like your comment. We need a younger person with common sense in charge. No more 67. But having said that, the older you get, the more experience you get, and you don't. You see life a different way as you get older.
Leo DiCaprio for president. That's all I got to say.
The only problem is it doesn't rest on one person. You've got like an entire pyramid of, well, sometimes depending on how the elections go, pyramid of idiots that don't know what they're doing. I mean, let's be honest. I mean, the political scheme in America, there's no one person in office for more than 4 years or whatever.
In a
or
way,
8 years in terms of presidents. But
in a way, Bobby, it's like our country. I mean, the system's a bit wrong in that a district will vote. A district will vote for a representative.
Yeah.
And he goes, if he gets enough votes, he goes and he's your member of parliament. However, you get one town, he'll have 50,000 people, and they vote 40 to 10. So that's 40,000 people voted for him. Yep. He gets that position. You get another town, massive, a big city, for 100,000 people. And then you get 51,000 vote for him, 49 don't. And he still gets in because he's 1,000, but he doesn't represent the other 49,000. And
that's the issue.
Across the country, you've got something like I'm going to say 20 million people voted him in, 19 million didn't. And then they get in. And that's not representative of what the people want. So we should have what we call proportional representation, but they won't go for it and every person that gets in changes the boundaries every 4 years.
And that is the issue. That's the major issue. Like this most recent thing, look, I'm not a Republican or a Democrat. I'm not for or against either one of the parties. I like to kind of think on an independent level. Therefore, that may make me an independent. I don't know. But anyway, long story short, I see that. And Trump, love him or hate him, he's said some pretty stupid thing. He swallowed his whole leg at times with some of the things he said. I'm not going to lie, but when you turn around and you look at the things that he's actually physically done for the country, he has done way more than Biden has. And then what does Biden do the second he gets in office? Because of the change in he
undoes everything the previous
time.
I
mean, it went from Republican to Democrat, and because Democrats believe in different things, they undo everything that Trump did. All the good things that Trump did. You know what I mean? So it's like the country is in a perpetual white noise, not moving ahead because of political pride.
Oh, yeah, it's like our country. Like I said, no matter who's voted in, they're the figurehead. It's the civil service that run the country. Okay? They come in and they raise the tax. Everybody does an uproar and they get voted out. The new lot come in, but they don't get rid of that tax. They always keep it there because that's money coming in, and that's not, hang on, why do you keep raising taxes and leaving it in place? Sure.
Scott Keller, by the way, I totally agree with what he says. Scott Keller.
Hello, Mr. Briggs.
I'm Scott Keller.
Hi, Scott Keller.
Reagan was the best.
Thank you for joining us.
I talk to Reagan all the time.
Yeah.
Enough of these. Ronald Reagan appears.
And thank you for bringing things like what John Wild just, put up on the screen to us, my friend. You are a fellow trucker, I trust.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. But what was that you had up there?
Oh, please.
Bud Light.
That's goat piss. I wouldn't give that to my worst enemy unless I didn't want him to come back. Yeah.
That's one hell of a goat to me.
Beer in general. I wasn't talking specifically about Budweiser products. I was talking about beer in general and toilet paper and everything that we need in life.
You don't need toilet paper. You don't.
Wow.
I hauled 18 loads of toilet paper so people could wipe their butt.
It doesn't really do a good job, does it?
That was interesting, John, showing his 6%, watered down piss, really. When you get to the...
We may have to go over a little bit, guys.
What's the percentage there?
When you get to 8.2%.
Okay. You need to send me some of that.
What does that say? Vinegar?
Cider. Vintage cider.
Oh, vintage cider. Sorry, tiny screen.
My mailing address will be in your message thing.
I see Mr. Matthews still hasn't cleaned his hoard.
No green screen.
No, that ain't no green screen, buddy. You ain't fooling nobody. You're the hoarder, man. You ain't fooling nobody. No. You ain't fooling. No, you get back.
Now you got me rhyming it up over there. It was like, I can't feel a thing but this green screen.
Yeah, you're right. I can't feel this truck behind me, this sleeper. I'm not in the truck.
It's an interactive VR green screen, guys. See, did you see how he pulled stuff out of the screen like that? Damn.
Yep.
He's catching up to Scrap Kingdom. He's got the Scrap Kingdom disease.
I've got a problem. Yeah.
You guys rub off on me a little bit. You should take a look at my garage. It's a mess. I got to clean it up. I don't normally keep it this dirty. Everything's just kind of collected. Yeah, Mr. Briggs, you are frozen, sir.
You know why?
Thankfully, it's not one of them really weird poses, so at least you got that.
You know why? Because that was the scrap gods saying, right, you're picking on Ian. Freeze him.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But yeah. So hey, what are your thoughts, Scott, on what the truckers are doing in Canada? And you think there's any chance of that happening in the U.S.?
I wish it would. Be
Me
honest
too,
with
to
you.
be perfectly honest with you.
Because I just quit a job and started a new one because I was getting paid wrong, and my boss didn't seem to give a damn. Now he's begging me to come back.
Now you're going to have to give me even more than I wanted before I left. You're screwed.
Oh, I'm laughing
Well,
at.
he was paying me. I got paid by the load, and depending on what we had 4 loads out of our yard terminal every weekday, and I got paid by the load, and he would pay me. I told him it wasn't right because he was paying me for the pay stub would say I worked 1 hour at $1,900 an hour. I said, that ain't right. He said, why do you say that? Because if I was making that kind of money an hour, you think I'd be sitting there? Hell, I'd work 1 day a week and go home. Work 1 8-hour day and go home. Hell, why would I want to sit around for that, you know?
Damn. Well, isn't that like almost $10,000 by that person's logic?
Well, I worked 70 hours a week at that job. 70 hours times 1,000. Shit, hell, I'd just work 1 week a year and take the rest of the year off.
Hot damn. So, Ian,
said
what do
that
you got
paycheck
going
was
on
fine.
exciting today?
You'll have to watch tonight's video.
When are you uploading it?
Uh-oh.
No, well, it's a very specific genre. This video. It's. I once had the chance to clear out an engineering storeroom. Finally, I've done a video where I'm going through the stuff I brought. So it won't be of interest to a lot of people, but to a select few in the engineering community, I'll be going through all the micrometers and verniers and marking out tables and measuring equipment.
Sounds like a party that will never end.
It's it'll bore the pants off some people, and some people will be glued to the screen for every minute of it. You can't please all the people all the time.
Y'all do a video how to be a hoarder 101.
Yeah. I can't say I don't hoard. I do. I just don't have the time to go through it. It comes faster than I can get rid of it.
There's clearly no intention of hoarding. It's just the processing power that's not there.
Correct. It's Bob, you know that you bring something home and it takes time to process. And before you processed it, I mean, take a look at Miss Canadian Scrapper. She don't actually process it because she gets that much. She's just like picks it up, weighs it in, picks it up, weighs it in.
I'm trying to figure out what that is on top over there behind you with yellow and black. And yeah, you're pointing right at it. What is that?
That's me coat.
That's
Yeah,
what?
it looks like a fireman's coat.
That's my high-vis coat.
Oh,
That's his yellow safety coat. I have one just like it. I can't. If I wasn't frozen, I could show you.
It's a bit
Mine's
dirty.
a little cleaner than that one, though.
Yeah, but
yeah,
I work in a steel yard, so every time you pick the steel up, it's covered in a bit of an oil, so you soon dirty your coat.
I drive a semi truck. No excuse. I crawl underneath fifth wheels.
So that's where he gets.
I
his
pick up
extra
in steel yards.
Hey, but my hat is nice.
Oh, that's a cool looking hat. Cool looking top hat. Yeah.
That's a nice hat. That's just well, it's not to protect your head. It's just to keep your brains in when you fell off somewhere.
Well, you keep them in there because if they fall out, you might lose them. It'd be hard. Have a hard time finding them, depending on the size.
What do you mean hoarder? I mean, everybody keeps Christmas trees, don't they? After I mean.
Oh my God, what a hoard!
I just took mine down. To be honest with you.
I don't put them up, so we're all good.
Well, guys, I hate to do it, but I gotta go. I got a washing machine that I gotta put a pump in or replace a pump in.
Nice. I'm just reading Tales of Solstice last comment. My mum's yard is still full of piles my dad never went through. Well,
I'll be right over, Tails. Unless you want to do it yourself, I'll be right over. We'll take care of business.
Well, my wife said to me, if you die before this shed is cleared, I'm going to dig you up and kill you again.
Guys, check out the channel. I'm Against the Press.
Well, it's been real, Gil.
John, I really appreciate you hanging out.
I've never been on the live stream.
Hey, do me a favor, okay? Maybe one of these days we can do like a co-host type of thing, and you can give me a few pointers. What do you say?
Well, I'll have to get a bunch of hats. And
come on, man! Don't you dare turn into Recycle Dude 2.0. Nobody can replace the dude.
John, do you have a channel?
And talk like Kermit the Frog.
John, do you have a channel?
Yes, I do. It is two
Put
channels.
It in the chat, John.
Guys.
Right, in
John's Wildcard Adventures, which I'm on right now.
Put them both in the chat if you don't mind, John, because I mean, I think people would really enjoy watching your stuff. The best way I could describe John is he has some unbridled passions.
I like his dry sense of humor.
Unbridled and bareback passions.
Yes, indeed. Anyway,
I'll wait for him to get that in the chat, and then I'll take off. Does anybody know of anyone that is live that we could potentially do a raid on?
Well, let's have a quick look.
Maybe Ken Small Engine, but I don't know if he's live. He's a YouTube junkie.
Sounds like my kind of guy.
Let me switch over here.
Yep, it's Ken Small Engine's a channel, but there's another channel you got to check out. He's called I'm Against the Press. You'd like him. He does First Amendment audits with his son called Watching the Watchman. They both have a channel.
I think I've seen that.
Sounds cool. Made some good preparations. Hold on, just want to put up what Ralph said here real quick.
Dave, you need preparation H. Don't tell us. We don't. That's too much info.
Yeah. I need preparation. The entire alphabet.
I've got you there, John's Wildcard. Right. Fine.
There you go.
So
it only took me half an hour to do that.
Not quite sure he's up your street. It's called Urban Lad Yorkshire, where they go through abandoned buildings and search through them. He's live.
And they're live right now?
He's live right now, but he probably wouldn't know any of you lot,
Does he know you?
Okay, yeah, I pop in now and again.
Everybody knows him.
Well, the reason I'm asking is because it's kind of a bump for, it's a bump for me in a way because it's going to be a Gill Skills raid, but it's also a bump for you because I'm going to make sure they know you're the one that recommended coming there. So
I know who I am. I'm surprised that you know me, the trucker guy.
You've been on Mix Moore stream.
I'm an internet whore.
And you've been on Mix Moore stream. You've been on Cajun Coin Hunter stream.
I found you through Scrap Kingdom.
I thought you were going through Hoarders Anonymous.
And you've been on what's his name? Dusty Blonde stream.
I'm a hoarder, and
I'm okay, and I'll do my little turn on the catwalk.
Just say it. You're a YouTube lot lizard.
Now that would be a trucker video.
That would totally be awesome.
The tour of lot lizards 101.
I have a.
If
you're into trucking, there's a friend of mine called Wittering Trucker in the UK.
Well, put it this way: Everyone thinks driving a truck is easy, but I get told you just sit there and hold the steering wheel. Like last night, I was on my way home, hammering down. I had 2 hours left drive, 59 miles to go. I said, "Oh, this is good. We'll make it." I go down, first exit, go up, go down a route. Oh, accident on the road. So I keep going because there's two ways of getting home. I'm hammering down at 79 miles to go, an hour and a half. I said, we can still do this, no problem. Hammering down, boom.
Is it true? Is it true though? All you American truckers, you all sing that song. 50,000 pounds of bananas.
What?
No, we usually play.
You don't know that song. You don't know that song.
We sing cool songs like Eastbound and Down.
Eastbound and Down, or Boxcar Willie, Freightliner Fever.
There you go. Let me tell you the difference between Europe and America, how cool America is and how like foo Europe is. In America, they're called truckers and trucks.
This is an American song.
Lowry.
He's belting down.
Lowry.
In UK, they're still driving cab overs from the 70s. We're driving long nose peach and hell, our Freightliners are longer than yours.
This guy, he's belting down some hill in Pennsylvania, and he's going, and he's no brakes. The whole song, he's carrying 50,000 pounds of bananas. It's a great song. You've got to listen to it.
All right, we'll have to listen to that
for sure.
I try. Bananas ain't my thing.
I'm gonna let it be a wild card for anybody. They can go to whatever stream they want to. But I gotta go. If I don't fix this washing machine today, I am gonna be on someone's shit list, and you guys know what that's like. So I will talk to you all later. Much love to each and every one of you. Have a scrap happy day. Talk to you later.
Bye, guys.
Oh, shit. Thanks. Shoot, sugar, honey, iced tea.